Hi Spidlings. Welcome to Cleverley Evaleigh's podcast, where I tell you about what's happening in Spider Webdown with Spid and our gang. Today's report is about the great 40-degree heatwave and how Spider Webdown tried not to melt. Hello everyone, and welcome. One blazing afternoon in Spider Webdown, something very unusual happened. The sun was shining so fiercely that even the cobwebs on the lampposts looked like they were drooping in protest. Spid was sitting outside Spid's cafe, but for once, he wasn't enjoying beetle tea. In fact, his cup had gone suspiciously warm very quickly. "This is unusual," Spid said, fanning himself with the Spider Webdown weekly news. "It feels like the air is cooking." Across the table, Bid was slowly sliding a bowl of ice beetles from one side of the table to the other, just to feel the cooler surface underneath. "I've heard the temperature is close to 40 degrees, she said. "That's the kind of heat where even shadows look tired." Just then, Herman the harvestman arrived, moving at what could only be described as careful slow motion. "I've checked my spectacles," Herman said seriously. "They are melting." "That is not ideal." Spid frowned. "What do spiders normally do in this kind of heat?" Herman thought for a moment. "In ancient Spider Webdown tradition, we do 3 things: stay still, drink water, and complain politely." Bid nodded. "I can manage at least 2 of those." Just then, Spid appeared from the cafe holding a tray of iced beetle juice. "I've made emergency cooling drinks," he announced. "No one is allowed to overheat on my watch." The 3 friends gathered gratefully under the only patch of shade that hadn't yet given up. Spid looked around the square. Even the fountain looks like it's thinking about giving up. At that moment, Edgar the estate agent hurried across the square, still wearing his shiny suit. "I have exciting news," Edgar said brightly. Herman raised an eyebrow. "Nothing about this day should be described as exciting." Edgar continued anyway. "I'm listing a new property. It has natural sauna-like conditions and excellent sun exposure." Bid squinted. "Is that the shed that's currently just a warm pile of bricks?" "Exactly," said Edgar proudly. "Very on trend." Spid sighed. "Even the estate agents are trying to sell heat now." Spid shook his head. "Right. New village rules. Everyone indoors, keep curtains closed, drink water, and absolutely no sunbathing on purpose." Herman nodded wisely. "So survival is basically organized common sense." "Correct," said Spid. As the day went on, Spider Webdown adjusted. Curtains were drawn, beetle drinks were shared, and everyone moved slowly like polite shadows. Bid lay on the coolest stone she could find and said, "You know, in weather like this, staying cool is really just about not doing anything dramatic." Spid nodded. "And remembering that even Spider Webdown works better when we don't try to outsun the sun." As evening finally crept in and the temperature began to drop, the village let out a collective sigh of relief. Herman adjusted his slightly less melted spectacles. "I propose we never speak of 40 degrees again." Everyone agreed immediately. And so, in Spider Webdown, they survived the great heat wave not through heroics, but through shade, water, and very sensible laziness. And that's today's Cleverley Evaleigh report. Stay cool, Spidlings.